It is 8:04. Did you miss me last week? Well, it's 8:04. Do you know where your toys are? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to my channel. And this is my Sunday night podcast where we talk about life and toys. Hello. I missed you guys last week. I straight up almost muscled through to do the stream. I know I did it last year. That's where I was like kicking myself because last year I think I came home. It was a whole I came home later into Sunday. I forget how, but I did power through. I think I did like a 45-minute ODS unboxing last year. And then this year, and then I immediately woke up to con COVID. It was the worst. So I dodged that bullet this year. I washed my hands incessantly. I didn't stop giving out the hugs, but I was big on washing my hands and sanitizing. So I think that's what spared me. But yeah, so this week I almost did power through, but I mean, every story I have is with my boys. So our Monday nights, we're going to continue sharing our tales of San Diego Comic-Con over on the Toy Pick community. So, for tonight, we're going to power through. I'm going to say hi to everybody with our optional class attendance. I'm going to power through and show you these wonderful toys that I picked up. Not all are exclusives, but that's going to be we're gonna look at toys. This is gonna be checking out toy power hour ish or longer. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm excited to be here. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much. So let's start saying hi to folks. We got Austin Captures. Austin, I believe that's Austin Toy Photography. What's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? We got Taco Boy, dude. It was so wonderful seeing Taco Boy at San Diego Comic-Con, dude. It was the best. He did a great job. I might play some of these without the music while I'm saying hi to folks. Because it's been so nice. There is a post-con. Oops, Taco. I was like, why isn't he coming up? There's definitely a post-con funk that you fall into for sure. And that's just because that's the way it should be. Because hopefully you guys had a blast, an amazing time, and that's hopefully how it should be. That we should be feeling a little bummed. But real quick, let me throw this up. Taco Boy, my man. Sharing screen. So yeah, here's. Oh, I wish I thought about that. I didn't even see that yet. Oh, no, I thought about it. I thought about that exclusive getting in the line for it. That is awesome. All right, but this is the one. Here we go. We'll have that playing. But Taco Boy, man, like I said, so such a pleasure running into you. We got Mikey's Toy Snaps in the house. What's going on, dude? Saying hi. Ooh, it was great. Just watch Happy Gilmore too, dude. I watched that. I watched it with my wife Friday night, and then she tapped out. She's not a completist like I am. So she's like, well, it's my bedtime. I'm like, do you want me to save the rest of the movie? She's like, I don't care. So I ended up watching it. It was silly fun. Obviously, the original is such a classic. But there were some good laughs in there. Sandler got me audibly chuckling a couple times. White Smith's in the house. What's going on, man? No, it's certainly not that. First of all, Jukebox Hero. It is certainly not meant to be any sort of a flex whatsoever. I was budget focused because just like the majority of us out there, we have to be. So I didn't go super crazy on the toy aspect, but we'll get there. So there's a couple that I couldn't get either, we'll get there. Oh no, wrong mic. Speaker mic. No, it should be my good one. Is it just not gained up enough? Hopefully that's better. Josh, thank you so much for sharing out news of the the stream. I appreciate you greatly. And same to you, Cal the Collector, my man. So we got Wake Rate again. Hopefully the mic is sounding better. I didn't do anything to it. It is set. I did crank up the gain a little bit. My bad. But Wake Rate's in the house. What's going on, man? We got Chamberlain Parks. Happy Sunday, buddy boy. There we go. Present. There, raising our hands. There we go. Vader Sugg is here. We got Side 9. Happy Sunday, dude. And yes, it's Austin's photography. There you go. And Austin's closing in on 1,000 follows over on IG. So if you do not know Austin, I highly suggest you go check him out. We got Cal. There it is. We're about to go head to head with SummerSlam. Oh, that's right. It is. But they did it in 2 days, right? Because I do know that there was a whole Seth Rollins cash in, CM Punk. There's some shenanigans. And see how bad that is? That like, I haven't been in the know. But I am going head to head with SummerSlam. Well, you know. It's not the first time that I've gone up against large Sunday evening things, but again, I appreciate every single one of you that are hanging out with me right now. Again, this is what it's all about. Toys over wrestling, right? We got Solo Center. What's going on, man? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. 88 figs. So this is the head sculpt. Oh, I'm so excited. I had cracked this open in the theater, and then I was finally a couple days ago, because there is like a whole little story of camping I'm gonna get into. But this is so rad. So let me get the second camera going. Let's see if I can, because it is translucent. Glow in the dark. How freaking rad. So Taco Boy, thank you again for the great work. No chewing. I'm also going to show you guys too. But first, there is the head sculpt. Glow in the dark variant. Ozzy made head sculpts for all of his bandmates. He's using action figures for his music videos. So, and the music's awesome. So please go check out Confaro and the new creatures. And thank you so much, Ozzy. And it was so great. I wish, like, that was one of my like bummers. Like when we left, I was like, I wish they were able to stay longer, like so we could like at the very least hang. But I get it. You know, with your lady, you know, like our attentions are pulled all over the place. Of course, Austin, absolutely, man, and my man. Oh, so good. And yeah, dude, it is sick. It's like I can't stress enough. Go listen to these guys. They are on my playlist. They're amazing. All right. So Taco Boy, my man, thank you again for doing that. And Chewy had a really wonderful one too. I'm just gonna play it. I do highly recommend putting out, because like, you know, if you haven't noticed, here we go. We went really hard on the coverage. So, you know, like we were, and I'm sorry if it felt like we were just cross posting everything over all of our accounts. So just to get that maximum coverage. So we had a blast. I mean, I hope that's the biggest thing. I hope you guys were able to take away is like what fun we had. But here's Chewy's. It's so good. It's so good. But let's see. Austin says, definitely watch that. Jason Tovik's coming tomorrow. Yeah, good job. I have some as well. I took yesterday. So while Chewy's video is playing, hey, there's me dancing. My family, we went camping. So I've talked about it recently. Like we went backyard camping this summer. That was our first foray. I've said before, but it's true. Like I'm so excited seeing my wife have this. It's a hobby. Like camping is a whole nother thing. You know, right now we're getting a lot of like the baseline stuff, and then all of a sudden, just like photography, all of a sudden you want to level up your gear and level up this and that. But yeah, so we did backyard camping, and then last night, I'm like, it was only 24 hours. We did an overnight at a campsite, and it was awesome. And there wasn't anything else to do. Said to the kids, "There's no internet." My son was like, "Pokemon Go." I'm like, "Sorry, man, no internet." So, it was nice, disconnected. And I did bust out. I did bring toys with me. I brought my Comic-Con exclusives, which we're going to be, talking about tonight. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. So the camping was great. It was so cool. And now this week, I think we're actually going to try again, which means it might be a Sunday, Monday thing. So next week, not to like, you know, I want to enjoy this moment with you this evening. But next week, I have to see how this all shakes out. If the weather holds up and we do go camping, the easiest option is to not have a stream. But the other thing I was thinking is maybe doing another like call-in type show. I know there's been so many friends that I've wanted to talk to in here, you know, like Bat Force Grumps, for instance, Jamie Lynn Parks. I was saying I would love to have a longer conversation. So that could be it. That could maybe, if you know, but we'll have to see, because that might also be from my car at that moment, depending on the whole camp setup. So next week is up in the air. But man, we had such a blast, and my wife just walked into the laundry room. You hear that, wifey? I'm telling everybody how much I loved our camping trip or overnight. Great. All right, let me take Chewy's dad again. Go check that out. He wrote that whole thing, narrated it. It's wonderful. Wade says, great SDC's coverage. Felt like I was there. Thank you, dude. Yes, that's all we can hope, you know, like, and again, in our own way, you know, in our own little silliness of covering it. And camping is always a good time, dude. It was so much fun. My wife's trying to convert me into being a camping guy, and I think that's it. We're campers now. We're campers. She did it. So I'm excited. All right. So let's get into toys. Yeah. So camping was awesome. I have some photos that I can post, Austin. So I have a couple photos to post, some iPhone shots. I got the light going. I think they came out pretty cool. But yeah, now let's talk about toys. You know, like these are the tangible toys. These are the ones that are out. You know what? Before I even do that, but since those are the tangible toys I can't touch yet. I did pre-order some stuff today from 5K. So I did the I'd show you. It's just that their website can be a challenge to navigate. All right. So if we're here, let me bring this up. So before we get to tangible toys, I did 4. So I ended up doing, and they're pre-orders. So if I sleep on them a little bit, but yeah, there's no way I'm going to find these. I'm not. This site is so hard to to navigate. Let's see. Like, I don't think it's going to come up. Nope, as Hulk. All right. So I'll just tell you guys. So silly. All right, so there's the Red Dead Redemption figures. One of them is crazy action figures, which, you know, crazy figures. So I have high hopes for that one. The other one, basically, like Red Dead Redemption is like 1 and 2 or 2 of my favorite games of all time. And John Marston is like one of my go-to. If you ask me, like, who's one of your favorite protagonists from a video game? John Marston, and then Arthur Miller. So I did pre-order those 2. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out, but I'm not super crazy about the head sculpt. That's what I was trying to show them to you. Let me see if I can look up like Outlaw. Yeah, here we go. All right, I got this one. So this is the Arthur Morgan. See what I mean? Like the hat, not totally sold on everything about this, but it's also like the only option that's in 112, because I almost did the Limb toys 1/6 just to have the, you know, like something to this level. But I love the soft goods. Look at that. And you know, like now that the Odious Kickstarter is happening, we're gonna see a Cowboy Odious, maybe, perhaps. And now I can do something with my Kai Labs Cowboy kit, even if I just throw it back on a Deadpool to have like Deadpool, you know, Cowboy Deadpool. But anyway, we're all over the place. But yes, that's the one I did. That was an automatic. Whenever we have any Hulk conversations, it immediately goes back to 6-inch plus. So it's not the classic one, but I'm also not going to pass on this one. So they're going to get me for both. They're going to get me for the Ragnarok Hulk, the Gladiator, and then again for the classic one. But like, they look amazing. And then the 4th figure out of that was the Captain Planet. So did you guys see the Captain Planet? I'm sure you did. But let me see. I think its name's like Earth Guardian or something silly. But let me see, Guardian. Yeah, there he is. So there's the Earth Guardian. This is the one that I'm most curious about in terms of how this will feel. It's only going to be $40, which again, it's nothing to sneeze at, but it's $40, so it's not on the upper end or 80 plus, range. It looks like a Mafex. It looks like it'll move, but who knows? So for $40 to have like something that will look awesome, even if he doesn't move the best, I don't know. I love Captain Planet. That is such a heart. Such a piece of my childhood. So yeah, those are the 4. So I did a 4 pre-order, and then of course Machi yelled at me for doing it all in one order. So we'll see if that screws me up. But I don't think it will with 5K because I paid the first down payment. So as they come in, I still have to pay the second one. So I think I'm going to be okay. I think it's Hobby Genki in their warehouse that we got, like skittish about. But lift that bus. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you, Austin. But yeah, Gladiator Hulk for sure. Everyone loves their damn eyes over Captain Planet, dude. I know. I have that's Brave Star, and he's pretty great. Is it Dason? Is that the one? Was that Ramen or it's Dason? Is Dason the company? But that's interesting. Albeit short. Okay, so he's a little bit short. Someone makes a legit Captain Planet. Me too, man, because it didn't seem like he came with a ton of accessories. Maybe 2 head sculpts and then like pointing fingers. So it's but again, for the price point, I wasn't like super upset with it. But yeah, so those are future pre-orders. I had to, I don't know. That the 2 Outlaws, I was torn about those 2. But again, how many Cowboys have we gotten? This is probably also going to make me track down that Cowboy Batman figure that's been out, but I don't think he's been like hard to find. Austin. So that is what you call a third party. So 5K tends to host imported. So sometimes the licensing is either only for something being sold overseas, or maybe it's a company that didn't get the license. So they're producing and manufacturing and everything independent of the copyright laws kind of thing. So that's why I don't want to call it. It's not a bootleg. It's a third party because they're producing it like that Captain Planet. And same thing with those Red Dead figures. Like they're being built from the ground up. Some of them, like the crazy figures, John Marston, on like legit stuff. So anyway, yeah, don't. That's how to more look at it as opposed to bootleg or real. It's more just third party. Ray Paz, Ramen made the Brave. Oh, Dason was too short. Ramen made a Brave Star. Okay, because I knew I saw the Ramen Brave Star one, and that looked really great. I think it's still up on their website. It was a little too for a character, as you can see, that I didn't have the same Captain Planet pull, nostalgia pull. The Brave Star, I was still curious about getting it from the Ramen site the other day, but I think it's like 80 or 90. I was like, it's a little too much for a character I don't know at all. Let's see. Third party. Yeah. Jamie Lynn, I have that Dason Brave Star. It's not bad. Feels kind of like a Mafex, but a little on the small side. I know. There it is. Machu's right. Hopefully Machu's not right in this instance. I do hope that my 5K thinking of like second payment will spare me the weight of all 4. That's what I'm hoping. I think I'll be okay. I do think I'll be okay. Figma scale. Okay. Speaking of Figma, man, I almost had the Good Smile because Good Smile, remember, wasn't going to go to Comic-Con. Then did go. And I was so tempted by the link. They had the deluxe link there. It was a good price. Not like super sale, but like they may have saved a couple bucks from Amazon. But I didn't do it. Yeah, I need to explore more Figma stuff. Gady's Toys, he goes like, but no one, but still a fun one-off. Yeah. Let's see. It's good to know. Thank you, of course. Ray Paz is a good figure. I love that Ramen the Marshall. Yeah. That cowboy Batman is cool. The pleather coat leaves room for wanting for sure. True. Yeah. And J Shot. So we got both Sentinels in the house. Dudes, by the way, I was just because my wife has to put the kids down, so I was doing the scrambling because they're older now. They're staying up later. But if you guys want the link, let me know if you want to talk toys. All right. So talking toys. Here we go. Let's I'm gonna move me to this side. I'm gonna make this nice and large. So here's the first of the pickups. It's oh god. I just said the name. The Metals. Is that how you say it? Metals? So anyway, you know me, guys. Like I'm in a whole arcade full of goofy characters with minions and dog pools. So when I saw these guys, I only have the Jada Toys Mega Man, although I am super interested in the unhelmeted head sculpt. So that re-up. I am interested in that. And then of course, like I do want all of them. They're so much fun to mess around with. But currently only have Mega Man for my Marvel Capcom shelf. But I thought this would be a nice little thing too. I'm not even sure if they're in Marvel versus Capcom, but they were adorable. How could I not get these guys? And the Jada stuff was actually because the year before they sold well, but everything was like available. Jada was a harder ticket this year to get. But what really pained me was doing the unboxing morning with the guys and having to leave the packaging for these guys at the hotel because they actually had like a moving ramp that went up and down. It was just so cool. So these guys are adorable. Did anybody end up scoring them? There's not a lot to them. Like the hat can get a little, let me move my hand this way. There we go. You get a tiny little bit of jiggle there. You do get some like articulation on the feet, but it's more rocker. Like there is actually a ball joint in there. Oh, that does move a little bit. So you can get some little bit of different looks there depending on placement of the feet and the hat. But otherwise the expressions are the same. AKA adorable. Look at that. Army build these guys. I should have got two. I almost got a set for Matty K. But again, it was so hard. And then plus packing and bringing stuff home. Like I said, I the heartbreak of leaving some of these boxes. But these were great. Did anybody shoot for these? I was so happy. I know it was hard. But considering that me going to San Diego is not a guaranteed every year thing, that all of these exclusives that I did want, at least there was a chance to order them online. I know Hasbro has been frustrating people with their stuff with the Savage Land pack going up at all hours, but at least it's going up kind of deal, you know? Again, I'm not saying that, at least they're there. At least you could buy a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from your couch is what I'm trying to get at. Let's see. Ray saying they look awesome. Third-party users. Harry Moore, what's going on, man? SDCC, best SDCC glows in the dark. There you go. I love you, Harry Moore. How you doing, buddy? Ray Paz, it's a bit disappointing that the SH figures sold out. Them's the breaks. Yeah, they all work at a dispensary. Some good people. Look at the MBB. How you doing, man? And Edgardo, how you doing, buddy boy? How's that Odious treating you? Did you crack him open yet? Did you get messing around? He's all, I hope you're enjoying him. But yes, everybody. So there's first pickup. This was a Comic-Con exclusive, and very adorable, very adorable. My son immediately wanted to steal all of them from me, so I lent him one to kind of test. I'm like, don't you show me that you're not going to smash them. Show me that you can be responsible. So far, so good. There's 6, so they're relatively easy to count. All right, so there's that one. You know what? All right, we'll stick with little stuff first. Stick with little stuff. So we do have over at the Toy Pick community, we're going to have a video going up. We had our first one go up. so far in terms of the lengthier video coverage. So we had our interview with Jazzware's Tim Bungaroth. So Tim is awesome, and again, super appreciative that he was working the booth. It was crazy. The Jazzware's booth was another nuts one in terms of getting exclusives. So we were really appreciative that Tim was able to take some time away to go through the Micro Galaxy Squadron exclusive. So we also are going to have a Funko booth tour. And you guys, I mean, again, no surprise, because I talk about them all the time. I love Bitty Pops. So that's been their whole big push. It became instantly one of their top sellers. And they had 4 different exclusives based on Bitty Pops. So this was one of them. This is what we saw at Toy Fair. Like the fact that you can build a city is crazy awesome. And it has these there we go. It has building spots, and then it has a street piece. And you can buy just those. Again, it's just really neat. I don't know. I gave them to my daughter thinking that she was going to just go crazy with it, and she did not. So I want them as again, toys for my toys. I want to have Peter Parker taking toy photos. So I don't know if I'll get more yet. I need to test this out, but I do need another building for right here. This is significantly missing a building here. But yeah, there's Mayor Freddy and Fire Chief Franny. So she came with the fire truck. So there's Funko. Let's see. Josh Brown. Let me know what's in that Dragon Man box. Hey, that's again Harry Moore, guys. Harry Moore is the guy that does all of the amazing illustrations for the packaging that we love for Marvel Legends. So much other stuff. We had him on. We'll have to get Harry. You're another guy that we got to get you scheduled on to come on again. But yeah, so he did the Dragon Man box, which I thought I was gonna be able to open with you guys tonight. FedEx said that it was coming, and then it just no-showed. So I guess I'll have Dragon Man tomorrow for the top 10. All right, but yeah, Funko. So these are the other little things. I was super pumped about that. What am I going to do? I mean, I could not buy things, but I love them. And this is based on the movie, and it was exclusive, and it said limited edition. And they told us anything here will never be sold again. And I freaked out. So I got that. And this was the other Bitty Pop exclusive set. This was the Fun Force. And now I'm going to say again, now I should be good on Bitty Pops, but maybe not the streets. Not the streets. I love the streets. Okay. So 2 small good ones. All right. Well, it can't all be great. Sounds ominous. All right. If you are any level of gamer like me, or especially if you played a lot of games growing up, you might recognize this as Jimmy from Double Dragon. So this is Syndicate Toys. And, I'm not here. My whole thing is to never, yuck somebody's yum. I'm sure there will be people that will love this in a different way than I do. So the reason I own this is because our boy Machu bought the Wave, but then we got back to our hotel room, and this was the first one he opened and went, would you like it? So, of course, I said yes. He's named after me, after all. But yeah, it gives me pause for those Jean-Claude Van Damme figures. Why am I First Blood, Last Blood? Why am I blanking? But I was hoping for more. I don't know what this means. If those figures feel like this one, then I'm a little bummed out. But let me show you the rest. So each of these guys comes with a barrel, but this isn't really showing. Here we go. If I do this. I'm trying to get it to do justice. Can you kind of see, like, it looks like something maybe I painted. Like, you can see a lot of brushstrokes in there. Again, I'm not trying to rip apart a toy, especially one that was a gift by a friend, and I love you, Machu. And I do enjoy having him, but I just want to point some things out regarding it in case you are on the hook, or you were thinking about some of, again, the Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh my goodness. I bought them all. I didn't come home with any. Jesus. Watch it. Oh man, you bought one of those things, you fool. Bloodsport. Thank you, FinCom in the house. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday, buddy. Bloodsport. Thank you. So I'm bummed because, like, I was excited for the Jean-Claude Van Damme Diamond Select figures, and I was happy that they, added drop-down hips and double-jointed everything. And it's still, as we know, there were still things missing that we wanted to see them push to do a little bit better. It's not quite that level of feeling, but it's just something weirdly off. And the number one thing that I noticed is, let me just zoom in right here. This was Machu's first crunch attempt. Like, it went, he just pushed it a little bit, and then you started seeing all of these stress marks. Look at that. Like, that's so sad. So, like, the crunch is next to nothing. Obviously, you get like this. It's not nothing, but yeah, like the fact that it was already having stress marks, the plastic didn't feel the best. I know we complained about Hasbro getting gummy here and there, but yeah, which is unfortunate. He does also come with 2 knives, just like in the game, little switchblade knives, and a stick of dynamite. There we go. And then let's see. So 2, 4. Is it only? Oh, and then this hand can go on too. So you can get the pose where he's like carrying the barrel over his head. But yeah, so just be aware. Again, not trying to dump on any companies. If you had been excited about the Bloodsport figures, just be cautious. It's not what, again, if you're hanging out with me, we kind of probably have similar tastes in what we look for in action figures. And it's just a bummer because I want toys to do well. Like, I want toys that I'm going to love of Double Dragon. But yeah, not the best, unfortunately. All right. Let's see. Feel your pain and shipping it back. I have fingers crossed my stuff arrives intact. Yeah, I ended up so Harry, my goodness. I ended up doing as I prep the next toy to talk about. I had a lot of options. It was still only my second Comic-Con, so I ended up just doing the checked bag routine again. So I actually had to have 2 check bags, one for clothes, but one of my hard shell became, so like, here are the boxes I kept. So I kept my Mezco Nightwing. I still have my pre-order on Entertainment Earth for the blue. I'm still torn. Like, I'm surprised I didn't immediately come home and make a review video of that. But again, this week was a lot of recovery, being with the family, just, so much footage still to edit from Comic-Con. But yeah, that was one. And then the other 2. So I only did 2 or 3 things, but then I got my Mythic. I kept my Mythic boxes. So it's hard. It's really difficult. So yeah, even the check bag routine was tough. Clockwork Orgy, Billy though. No, that was Jimmy. That was definitely Jimmy. Billy So they're split. So Macho apparently gave away the other 4. So it was Jimmy and Billy. The con exclusive was Jeff, who was the evil version variant. And then Willie. So maybe 4 figures altogether. Let's see. Yimbo, do you see Blocky's making that Marvel Rivals game? Yes. I'm super excited about like any kind of rival stuff. But yes, loving that Blocks is doing it. Let's see. What's your favorite pickup at Comic-Con? We're getting there. Jim, you love the cartoony stuff, but you don't. No, that's true. I do love cartoony stuff. I don't have many like Disney figures. If anything, I'm more in like because I actually could see my little bucket, like video game characters. I have my Muppets from Diamonds. Yeah, it's more like silly video game characters that I get into. But I do like to, I mean, like I have my Stitch figures. I just never went hard because it was Super 7. So like, some stuff was great and some was iffy. Let's see. Clockwork Orgy. How you doing? I'm just saying hi again. You fool. Here we go. Good move, Machu. So like I said, that was Syndicate Collectibles. I think that's the name of them. Yep, there it is. Syndicate Collectibles. Yep. There's Global Icon and National Treasure Digs Figs. How you doing? Machu must have a con goggles on. Well, you know my quote, because Machu gets I know he feels this too. When you're in a con and you're just surrounded with all that plastic. It's just, you can't stop. Let's see. They had some other things lined up. Forgot what others. Yeah, the only thing is Bloodsport that's coming to mind. What's going on, K-Mac? How you doing, man? Happy Sunday evening. We got more figs. What's up, dude? Let's see. With a head swap, that'll shine even more. The red pops. Yeah, like I'm going to try to do some stuff with that. I'm assuming going back to Double Dragon, right? We got Grumps. It's all good, man. I totally forgot it was SummerSlam. I thought it was when I saw the highlights for Punk and Rollins. I was like, oh, I guess that was a thing. I didn't realize they made it 2 nights. I'm a bad wrestling fan. We got fella Toy Daddy No Chewing. Chewy, I was complimenting your wrap-up reel. I told everybody if they haven't gone to check it out to do so. It's so good. And he did his whole narration and voiceover. It's excellent. Realtek Stitch and Zootopia. Yeah, the Zootopia I still need to get my hands on. I love my Stitch. I love my Realtek Stitch. That was a table. Got to meet Mr. Lee. That was really cool. That was a table that it was really hard to walk away without, walk away empty-handed. But I did do that. I was on the fence. Again, you can spend so much money at these cons, man. So, I could have easily walked away with Joker and Harley, but I was trying to behave to an extent, Behave. The Pumpkinhead they did is actually good. Oh, nice. All right. Darth Prime is what's going on, man. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. All right. So you got to see the inbox stuff. You got to see the Metals. Oh, I'm saying that right? Metals. You got to see my Bitty Pops. All right. More video game talk. Okay, you've seen these. Cheney 180 he does amazing work over on the Toy Migos channel reviewing. So I know you guys have seen this, and you know that it was it all got sold out. But bam, next up, stick with Jada. But look at this freaking fire guy. I love everything about him. They nailed it. The only thing that's hard is, I'm not saying you couldn't do this, like flip for a photo, but it does make it harder, maybe, because of the look, right? Perhaps. But it's a static figure, So what are you going to do? The only thing that kind of messes me up is it has these 2 stands. This one has this like fork Y on there, but all of their stuff only has single like ports. So that's the only thing. So if somebody out there wants to help me, it does work. So I'm not trying to be annoying about it. I know they gave us a stand for like Chun-Li, I think, for her. But there we go. It's so awesome. And, you know, again, I'm in the camp of the fact that they included parts for the first player one characters. I didn't get Bison. I don't really regret it because I did just want one of the fire guys. I mean, I would have loved both of them, but the Bison, the green and stuff did pop. But like Dalsim, has always been more of a favorite of mine. So having both, and my son has been loving when he plays. He loves playing as Dalsim, and we'll get that player to, you know, colorway many times. So yeah, that it's great. It's awesome. It's everything that the first figure was, and then more. So just say, like, this is so cool. Having the torch guy is the best. All right, let's see. Scrolling down, we got Orton lost yesterday. Man, Beast Boy always wondered about the Revel Buzz and Woody. I love those. That's something if you want to bring up on the Toy Pick community, because I don't know, there was this, or maybe don't, for those of you that never skipped any weeks, but we had a stretch of probably months of making Woody jokes with the Toy Daddies. So we love those figures very much so. Harry Moore said, I kept the NECA Bride and Hasbro Ecto in luggage, ship the rest. Next year, I might bring an extra bag for the flight. That's not a bad idea. If anything, I do need more of options if I'm going to go back I need to plan that aspect better. And they do make it easy, but expensive, like having a FedEx right in the convention center. Let's see. Jamie Lynn, Real Tech Disney was great. Wish they would do more. Saying hi to Harry. My Jadas are in the mail. Hey, real quick. This was something that, like, I personally was on the fence about this year because of last year's experience. And this is just with like online ordering the last 2 years. But big shout out. I'll give props when it's due. Like the fact that NECA friends of NECA, friends who like NECA, are already getting their Beach Boys is awesome. Like that is fantastic. I did not buy it at the con. I didn't buy it in general. Partly because, number one, I wasn't going to get it at the con because I couldn't get it home. And I didn't order it online because I thought it wasn't going to show up till like October or November. But good on them if they're figuring things out. I want companies and people to succeed. So that's a really good thing. So, and Jada, I didn't bat an eye. They killed it the last couple of years with exclusives being mailed out. So enjoy, Josh. Enjoy. Gordo, that's so sick. Jada killed it. They did, man. I mean, everything about those, and again, I could apply any compliment to Dalsim would be to M. Bison. The fact that you're taking an already established awesome figure, putting on these colors that pop, like just pop. And then again, with the extras are so good. Let's see. Fork stand is for extended limbs. That's what I thought. But then there's nothing else. Like, this is definitely the stand for that guy. He only has the large port. So I don't know. I thought it might have been a mistake, but then I think I saw that in the package art for somebody else. So yeah. Clockwork. I love the Jade exclusive. That Burning Man is so nostalgic, dude. And I will go back and tell you that Toy Father and I picked up the Marvel Capcom Switch collection, and on there is the Punisher arcade game where you can play as 2 players with Nick Fury. So much fun. I played it in a couple hours. But whenever you use the flamethrower, this is also what the bad guys would turn into. Like, this was just straight up their burning video game character sprite. I love it. I love it so much. Edgardo also got Dawson. Nice. We got Tom W. What's going on, man? How you doing? Choo choo. There you go. Clockwork. I did like the Jada Alpha stuff in person. I'm gonna get that too. Yeah. I didn't. I'm telling you guys, it's so funny. when you see some certain things in plastic form and you realize like you are a far bigger fan of something, like Street Fighter has caught me off guard, and it is Street Fighter and it is the Marvel Capcom love. But man, I'm caught off guard by my feelings about seeing all of these. So yeah, I'm gonna get the Storm stuff. I got to play with Machus. They are, my goodness, I can't wait. Like, God, they're just, and then I'll get the Jada stuff. Yeah. Screw it. I'm getting it all, baby. Got my Street Fighter Saturday, exit Friday and Saturday. I am pumped. In my pile of loot right now, I finally got my Sagat and Blanca. So I didn't ship those yet. Darn it. But that's okay, because I still have toys to open. Let's see. That Atom Smasher looks so good. Jade is leading the way. Yeah, man. And they're the Cyberpunk stuff. Actually, this will be a good transition. Here we go. I'm sticking with Jada, guys. Sticking with Jada. So this is not an exclusive, but again, these are great. These are really cool. My basement's gonna be a wreck again, but that's okay because I love you guys. All right, so this is not a con pickup, but it's David from Cyberpunk, and he's been so lonely in my collection. And I did finally finish the show after Unparalleled. Love you, buddy. Spoiled it for me. So I did finally finish it. And I still want the toys. I would still take more, especially because it's Jada. So as we were walking around, there was a Cyberpunk booth they had all things Cyberpunk related. And lo and behold, they had Lucy for $25. So I've been keeping an eye on her on Amazon, and now I have her, and she's awesome. She's really great. All hail our June bug. I like that. Jamie Lynn. Beast came out pretty nice, but okay. Got it. T Belay, what's going on, man? How you doing? I miss you, Thomas. Less than 100 days to Legions Con, everybody. MBB got a little FOMO on those Beast Kingdom. Yeah, the bats and soups. I know they're larger. So they were already sold out by the time I saw their booth one of the days. But I was looking hard at their website the day that they went up. I think Preternia posted or something. Like, I was really looking. They are larger. They're too big for the stuff that I typically collect in photograph. I have to keep that in mind to lock myself in. But they looked really good. They looked really good. Highly articulated. Not a con pickup. I'm out. No. Lucy was no. I picked her up at the con. She just wasn't an exclusive. She's readily available. But for $25, I was super happy to get her. And she's, again, super rad. TJ, didn't realize I was on the wrong account. Hey. What's going on, TJ? How you doing, man? And then same, even bigger than McFar's. Yeah, I know. Big McFarlane's. I know. And that's already pushing it. The McFarlane's, for like what I like to play with. But yeah, so Jada continues to kill it. Very, very excited for the future of their Cyberpunk line, because they had those figures displayed. I know you guys probably saw them. Let me see if I can find... Did I get a picture? Because I did load all of my pictures into Google Drive. But I feel like this is going to be not great TV for me to just sit here scrolling. But I'm just checking. See the in-art stuff. Got to see George, lights figures, action figures. Just being reminded of all the cool things and people I saw. All right. No, apparently not. All right, but they're out there. So Jada continues to kill it. Yes. Okay. Moving away from Jada. I told this story on Monday night, but just to refresh, because I've posted and shared this story with you guys here on Sundays, but I have been looking for This Hawk Girl. Again, Todd gets me here and there. It's not every single time, but when he gets me, he gets me. And this Superman movie wave had a lot that I wanted. And yeah, she is hard to stand, though, for the record. So sorry, Grumps. I had to open her. But there she is. She is really rad. Great wings, sturdy. You know, obviously you can see the wingspan here. Here, if I do this, all stretched out. Impressive. Impressive wingspan. But I do have a real hard time standing her in my limited attempts. The wings do cause some balancing problems. Plus the ankles are on the weaker side for a McFarlane. It still has like the ratchety clank, 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 but yeah, just a little on the weaker side. So I can get her to stand. This is not great because I'm leaning her over here, but I could. But yeah, the story of this one real fast is at the McFarlane like event that they had a claw machine that for their kind of like thank you for coming freebie, and it had broken by the time we got there. So the guy at the booth was just like, look, if you want socks, I can just reach in and get you socks. If you want a shirt, but if you want to roll the dice, I'll reach in, get a random ball, and you get what you get. So I was the last toy daddy to go, and I pulled a Lieutenant Gordon figure. See? I pulled a Lieutenant Gordon, and they were like, oh, we don't have any on the table. There's none here. What happened? And Chris was like, he'll take a Hawk Girl. He'll take a Hawk Girl. So the guy's like, here. I think Chris tells it a little bit better because he knew the exact thing that he yelled out. But it worked, and I got a Hawk Girl, which was just, again, so silly because less than an hour before that, I was just filming at her display that I'll never find her to purchase. So it's like one of those nice little toy wins. And then I tried to manifest $1 million, but it didn't happen. Yeah, see, she's tough. She's tough on the ankles, man. But if I bring that back down, the wings can also go out like that. This is a nice strong ratchet on the back. I will give Todd credit there. Yeah. So she's neat. Ankle issues, but you know, I know what I'm getting with the Todd. This is not unique to Hawk Girl. Let's see. Ooh, Machu saying I walked into Chubsy's today and dropped off some exclusives. Walked out with a Rattler. Oh. Ooh. Well, now I want to see what Machu's going to do with a Rattler. That's awesome. Let's see. Jamie Lynn says, wait for reviews. In my experience, they could be very hit or miss. Maybe this new batch will step things up. Grumps, I still need her if anybody sees her in the streets. Dude, I will if I see her, absolutely. I don't have the highest of hopes, sadly, because my local Walmart is the one that I was waiting on. And they did finally drop all of it. Now there's like 4 Mr. Terrifics left. But all right, see, I got to take her down. She's gonna fall. All right, now I got a fun one for you. Okay, but Machu, yeah, the Rattler. Tell me more. Tell me more. Say more. Tell me more. All right, and I didn't initially back the Kickstarter. We did support by promoting and getting the word out. We had Mega J on around that time, but I did not initially do the Mad Hatter Flipboard, but I saw that he was doing a Comic-Con exclusive. Excuse me, I'm gonna get hiccups now. Saw that he was doing a Comic-Con exclusive. It was at the Bull Airs table, which is so cool. Got to hang out with Needles. And yeah, this thing is ridiculous. And part of it, like, I don't have a ton of figures. I do think he can hang out with my He-Man Mikey. I do have a lot of Origins figures, but part of this was just, getting to talk to Mad Hatter, got to talk to Nostalgia Unboxed. and get to see Mega J. And again, just knowing that somebody that does something similar to what I do and what the Toy Daddies do, like, it's cool to support and help someone. Again, this is Mad Hatter. Like, he brought this to life, and now it's a toy. So this thing is crazy. If you don't know Flip War, you go check out Mad Hatter. He's got a whole lore to it. But, there's the flipping action. This is my one knock, that this little chest piece will pop out on me. But that's only because it's swappable. But it's got the wired cape for Flip War. I forget all of the different logistics, all the different lore to it. But, like, here's Katja, which is also in this, like, Toys R Us theme. Jeffrey. So neat. So, yeah, very goofy. It came with a lot of stuff, too. Like, this is my little baggie of things. Like, he has a backpack if you don't want to rock the cape. Katja has some kind of, like, little, like, attachment for a keyboard. He comes with a left hand, so this flipping action, this will come off. He got another clock. Looks like he's got a bag of money. Yeah, 2 bags of money. Very silly. Again, so shout out to Mad Hatter. Congratulations on this. And the fact that he had a successful exclusive at Comic-Con. That's awesome. So there's that. And I'm waiting for it. FedEx, they dropped the ball on me today. It said it was going to be delivered today, but I'm thinking Monday or Tuesday based on where it is. And Hatter, I know he kills me. His little short videos are also an inspiration to me to do more of my own, the little, like, 10 minutes or less, where it's just kind of talking about toy news things. So, which I told him, like, so it's always neat to see, fellow people in this doing similar things in the same space, and getting to share who inspires you in what ways, So Hatter, he cracks me up for sure. The most non-New York sounding guy too, for sure. Oh, that is for sure. Highlighter ticket. I'm dumb and completely forgot to grab this Flip War. It's all good. By the time we got there were only a few left. It was in the final stack of them. I shouldn't even use the word stack. It was in the final few. So don't beat yourself up, highly articulated, because I'm pretty sure it probably would have been gone by the time you got there. Josh Brown has one on the way. All right. Oh, I still have 2 more sets. I was about to be like, well, here's the main event, but it's not, because let me do this part first. 2. All right. For scale, this is for the Black Series exclusive, the Obi and Anakin. I am a fan of Star Wars, not a mega fan, and the original 3 are that's where my biggest knowledge base is. But I also enjoy the prequels, and I love Revenge of the Sith and this scene. So, like, they got me back. Black Series got me. What's really neat and fortunate, so it has these pegs back here, these portholes, and then you have all of these, so you can actually move it either way you want. Like this way, it's just even on there without a bend. And I'm like, how did Shooting the Galaxy on the promo art get a different vibe, a different look? And it was just finding a different port, rotating it around. So you can settle it in where there's only using a couple of ports on this, and then you get more of like the angled look, which I know it works because I did, that's how I had it. But you can get more of that angled. I was like, how did he get that angled? But yes, so there's that really nice lava piece here. My son immediately knew it was lava, which I was shocked. Like, how did you know? You haven't seen this yet. Yeah, that's a little bit more of the tilt. There we go. See? Yeah. And then the other cool thing is it has these 4 peg holes. It came with about 8 pegs. Where do I have those? So here's my little baggie. you can see these tiny little canisters, but those are foot pegs. And they, all I could say is they got me. They freaking got me because of this. It wasn't just the Dio pieces, which are awesome, but the figures have been, updated to probably what is the best level of articulation you're going to get out of these black series. But that's a lot of nice range for a single joint right there. They did give us the force hand so they can do the force push scene, but then it's also nice too just to have as like posing. Some pretty decent torso bends, decent enough. But then this looked like, this is what's nuts. The bag of lightsaber accessories. So I'm super pumped that like I stopped myself from going into the SHF and Mafex range, because these are the things that always like caught my eye the most. Or like all of the little, so it's nice that Hasbro's doing it. And there's two different shapes of these. You got the Clash piece. Again, it's these are cool. These are cool ass toys. These are cool ass toys. This piece right here, that took me a little bit. There is again a peg over here with a porthole. Porthole. But this leg has to kind of like peel through the lava. And then it sits there. So again, I had to look at the promo images to figure some stuff out. But there's one of the peg holes right over here. Oh, and Obi still has his. I was like, oh no, did I lose any peg holes? Nope. There they go. So cool. So cool. All right, Machu. There's 3 different sets of saber effects, not just 2. Is it 3? Oh, there is the time. Son of a gun. All right, I'm just going to pour this out then. Son of a gun. All right, I don't want to lose those little pieces. By the way, on these Sunday evenings, as I like destroy my basement, taking out all of these little accessories and just kind of casting them everywhere. When I went over the Chaos Toys Superman the other day, I hit with my leg, and I didn't make a thing of it, but I knocked over all of the accessories for that Chaos Superman. I only just yesterday found a missing fist as I was like hands and knees on my belly on the floor looking. I'm like, it has to be here. You missed that. You missed that scene. But once again, Machu was right. 3 sizes. Look at that. Son of a gun. And there's 2 sets of the 3. And then, of course, you get the regular just blade. Ah, I love it. That's what the clashing thing looks like. And then the head sculpts, man. So I'm going to probably take this peg out there. I think I'm always going to just use these 2. I mean, I like having the options, as I always like to say. But based on how often I actually photograph Black Series, I think these guys are just going to stay when I do find shelf space for them with these 2 head sculpts. I mean, look at how freaking unbelievable. Whoop! That's blurry. Look at how freaking unbelievable. So good. All right. Let's see. A lot of pegging going on. Yeah, lots of pegs. Lots of pegging and pegging. Lots of pegging and pegs. Let's. Oh wait. Ooh. Oh, I almost reloaded my whole website. That would have been bad. T-Belay, they got me with that set too, bro. I know. But look at that Anakin. Look at this Anakin head sculpt. Jeez. I mean, both of them. But look at that Anakin. Oh, with the shadows. Woo-hoo! Get out. Look at that. And see what lighting? Look at that. What one light can do. What one light can do. Son of a gun. Ooh, as I totally just spazzed out my camera. Let's go lighting. There we go. Coming back. Coming back. Ooh, Kiwi Collector's in the house. Happy Sunday, buddy boy. Let's see. Oh, so this is Machu's favorite exclusive. I would have to say, I think this is. I love the Savage Land. That's the one I'm gonna close out on this evening. But man, this Black Series set. It crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. I don't want to scratch these things, but I got to think of a better way of storing these, and so they're not sliding all around. But it's a gorgeous set. I think that's my favorite too, in all honesty. Just so much to it. Again, the fact that you get the 2 extra head sculpts, you get the extra hands, and then all of those effects, and the Dio. It's amazing. It was amazing. It's amazing. So again, if you get another stab at it, not telling you what to do, but it gets my stamp of high marks. Spoiler: Vader's Papa. Oh, Wade, you're ruining everybody. Let's see. Ooh, wait, hold on. I'm just scrolling down. Let me hold that Baroness Machu. And of course, Josh, of course, man. Actually, it's the Baroness that I wanted. Yeah, I figured. Let's see. Sorry, scrolling down now. Dude, that set was so difficult. Was it really? So I knew that Savage Land, that was where I was seeing the most complaining online. But I had assumed it was all of their exclusives. So they were all just a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, Jamie Lynn. Josh Brown says, I opted for Savage Land and Cold Slither over this. Cold Slither was incredibly tempting. And you can see my light bulb. Everything's fine. I just have a light bulb going out. But yeah, the Cold Slither set was super tempting. It's been up. It was most of today, too. I just have to draw a line somewhere. So that's one of the lines that I, in my sands, like I said, no, it's awesome though. And I'm still, as of today, still thinking about it. Display piece that represents the prequels perfectly for sure. Let's see. T-Belay said Savage Land and Black Series for me. Yep. Those are my Hasbro ones too. I was super tempted by everything. Again, I could have walked away with bags of stuff. They had the G.I. Joe, those exclusive. They weren't exclusives, but they had the early access to the ninjas. There's just a lot. There was a lot of great stuff. Wish Hasbro made them better articulated. Don't make me go the SHF route, please. Well, again, I'm not going to be able to pose these guys like Machu, but like he was sharing all sorts of stuff. Like, look, even just to show you that you can get the 2 hands together. And does it have a butterfly? Oh, it does have a little butterfly in there. So it does have that little bit of a butterfly under the tunic. I guess it's a tunic, right? So yeah, he can get that stuff, and it's soft. So you put your hands on the saber. There you go. Put them together like that. Like this is all that I need out of Star Wars for myself. Like this is what I need. I don't personally need to go the other route, but that's because I do that for other stuff. Man, Beast Boy, heard the next Game Reverse after Cycles will be Spidey. I mean, that's good to know. I assumed it would have been Wolverine. That's still tempting. I still haven't jumped on that Cyclops, but that's just because I know that SHF should be plentiful, because of SDCC, I think I'm going to have to go retail on this Legions wave. BTW last day to pre-order. Thank you for the heads up. But yeah, dude, SDCC messed up a lot of us. I miss you, Machu. Yeah, 3 months. Man, Beast Boy, make it do the twirly thing. What's the twirly thing? Ouch. What's the twirly thing? Like just like a like that type of deal? Boop, boop, boop. If you have any Hasbro Indiana Jones, the hands work for these figures. I do. Oh, that's great. I wonder if I have any, like, because I didn't buy a ton of those. but you know, like I do have them. I guess this is a unique hand. That's a unique hand I can give them because it's like the apple holding hands. All right, that is a good note. Thanks, Machu. Yeah, best one yet. They loaded this thing up. Oh, did they not give it 4? Well, they gave like both of them have the push, like where they are into it. Yeah. So that's what they have. Hey, how's it going? Hello. Oh, hello. They have those hands. Yeah, they force hands. That's force hands. But the hands are on the ball joint. Like that makes me so happy. So thank you for that information, because now it makes me want to, because I have these two guys, this 2-pack, and then I have some of the other ones. Oh yeah. Machu did this one. He's the one that told me this looks like me. He's like, son of a bitch, Jimbo's got another figure. So, and he's got the gray and the beard. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm not gonna crack it open yet, but I will. He's on my list, the Paladin. Wade Create, those head sculpts always look good to me though. Black Series at least doing a great job at advancing those heads. Yeah, it's true. Their head sculpts have typically always been on the higher ends, but now they're just like with everything. I think all of their stuff is very spot on for like likenesses these days. Very few misses, more hits than misses. Let's see. Cold Slither's rad. I need it. Oh, I know. Is it still on Pulse? Streets love you, brother. There we go. We sing your praise in Toy Migos Discord voice chat. Yeah, Shroomy, what's going on, man? Found more Psylocke 2-packs in my areas. So, if anyone still needs, keep an eye out. It's not over. Yeah, definitely do not. If you've been having, if you've been striking out with that 2-pack, it's awesome. Based on it's going to be prevalent. You know, I'm you know, Savage Land Charles and even Jean Grey, you know, all of these figures seem to be lingering around. So I do want you to have hope if you haven't done it yet. I'm getting SHF Yoda. Ooh, that is the one that, in talking to Machu and No Chewing as like my Star Wars guys, Yoda, I think even Toy Father too, but yeah, Yoda is the one to get if you're going SHF. Let's see. It glitched out when I was ordering, so I tried again. I'm up with Cold Slither and 2 Savage Lands. I didn't realize the first one went through. No Star Wars, unfortunately. I'm kind of hoping to trade. There you go. Yeah, use that community. We're all here, right? We use the community. That's what it's all about. Oh, when he spins it around like a damn baton. I mean, this is, again, not going to be any level of Machu posing. But let's see what I can do. I mean, it's just going to be more like a walking type of thing. Just happening to be with a lightsaber. Just trying to think how I can. So he has the vertical hinge. Yeah, it's just an arm, so it's kind of right. I'm trying to picture. Yeah, like that's nothing. I didn't do anything. I own it. I didn't do anything. I just plugged in. I just plugged it in. Let's see. Maxim, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. It is a Maxim for sure. Want that Paladin. That was a hard one to get too. That was a really hard one to get. When we ended up in line, we got to see Agent Gomez there, and then we talked to Jeremy, and then he disappeared and came back. And fortunately, he was like, "We're on the last case. So 24 in there. So do the math." So again, we lucked out. We lucked out. Timing. The Yimbo versus Gross. It's like the 5th pick. So just try to be patient on the Paladin. You could do it. You could do it, Josh. You got this. You got this. In Jersey, I see 2. Still no Jada. Never Jada's. Cold Slither is still available. All right. The only thing that's stopping me is this box of toys that I need to open, and then these awesome exclusives that I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing with. And Cold Slither. I wanted to see that concert. There was just a lot to do. There's a lot to do. What a good trip. What a fun trip. Wait, create. I feel like Machu posing style is think of the dopest pose ever, then do it slightly better than that. Machu wouldn't because he's competing with himself. Yeah, it's true. I know. Anakin. Let me see if I can find a picture here. See if I can do any better. Let's see. Anakin. Lightsaber twirl. Oh, it would have to be more of like arm up, out. Kind of more, I don't know. Still not good. Cookie Monster's going to get his head cut off. Oh, come on. Trying. It's still, yeah, I'm trying. I'll show you what I was looking at. So goofy. It does make me want to mess around more. Are you thinking of like, oh, I just fell. Like, all right. Open image and new tab. Here we go. Like this little twirl, like during the fight. As he falls over anyway. How about this? This set is so good, it makes me want to do lightsaber battles in photography, which I had tapped out. I've tapped out. There's too many people that do it so well and are bigger fans of the franchise. That's why I just, pick and choose what I like for my collection. But this makes me want to actually step in and try at least some level of photography. And let's see, Jamie Lynn. Yep. Oh, okay. So I'll close out tonight because I think I covered it all in terms of exclusives. Oh no. Damn it. Hold on. All right. Last one. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you so I don't. Man, he's a big boy. Sauron is a big boy. All right. I just didn't want to forget. Okay. So, my quick story of Snowcat. So, Lenny, we were in the Hasbro booth quite a few times over the course of our days because why not? We love the people. We love all the toys. So, in the final day for us, the Saturday, we're hanging out. We see Paul Scheer coming in. Chris and I start making league references to each other, hanging out with everybody. Machu's there filming, all sorts of stuff. And then I see Lenny. So I started gravitating towards the Snowcat. And Lenny pops out. And I went, hey, when did you get my face for Frostbite? And I wish I had not only filmed that whole interaction, but then having the exact word for word because he was too funny. But he basically gave me a stop and looked at Frostbite, looked at me and was just like, purely accidental. And then he disappeared. And then when he came back again, I was like, Lenny, I'm only joking. But I said, at the Hasbro breakfast last year, I asked you about head sculpts and things like that. And he had told me that he uses some of the Joe's team members, classified people that work there for inspiration for his various head sculpts. So he did not confirm nor deny the fact that this could very well be Frostbite. Oh, in that second interaction, I'm like, well, you did tell me. He goes, well, he's I said, you even got this the smiling head sculpt. He goes, well, he's got an optimistic outlook. And then like did that to me. So no, I don't think Frostbite's really me. But in my headcanon, it kind of is. Yeah, he was like, who's recording me? He had to be very cautious with his wording. But no, that would be really sick. So in my headcanon, yeah, Frostbite, based on my conversation with him at San Diego Comic-Con, Hasbro breakfast last year. And then I'm going to squeeze in, like, because then I saw him at Toy Fair breakfast and New York Comic-Con breakfast. So I just think that, like, it sunk in. Frostbite. It was good. I mean, Frostbite is the one I feel like that's still the most me, although this Paladin comes pretty close now. Frostbite. Of all the Yimbos, No Job is definitely, Frostbite. Frostbite is definitely closest to me. Next pose off Star Wars. Oh my God. If we do have a pose off, then we need Machu to come on in a non-competitive, like, and teach us how to pose, because he's been roasting us nonstop because we were just like, what? It's just a lot of standing around. 3 floating lightsabers to simulate. Oh man, yeah, I'm sure Machu's on that shot. Yep. But yeah, so JB Lynn, that is very true. I do have to order that. I Frostbite. It's Frostbite. No Chilling was like, where's your beanie? I'm like, it's San Diego. I didn't bring a beanie. All right, last set. And before, I'm just going to, this is just a flyby. Savage Crucible, human beings are awesome. They're so good. I have more footage to go. I would like to talk more about them, but they are each one of my Savage Crucible figures progressively better and better. The reason I had those guys out, as I'm yelling at you, is because my camping figures were Sauron. Throw him back up here. So I brought my Savage Land set. I figured I'm going to be out in the woods. So I brought all of them. So I got my Rogue. Shayna or Shanna? Shayna. I want to say Shayna. And then of course I brought Zabu. And here's my decked out Khazar with my Naugahyde stuff. And this is also a Mezco necklace on top of the Naugahyde. Again, I like accessories. I'm probably putting way too many on. And then this is the other Khazar with Mezco Barbarian soft good cufflinks. And then this is, I think, another Mezco necklace. One of the necklaces. But anyway, this is a really cool one. But this is the Icarus head sculpt. He looks like Tarzan, but his hair, whenever it's up, pushes any necklace out. So I have to keep the head down to keep the necklace down. But those are my camping figs. Okay. So Sauron, I never had a Sauron. This Sauron kicks ass. It's awesome. And he's massive, but they gave really good ratchet joints. So in the package, this wing was off. And this is definitely not something I want to keep doing, but this is a really firm, strong, considering, every once in a while you'll get a crummy connection with a Marvel Legends. So these are all great. Can move pretty well. And again, I know he's an old Build-A-Figure, but he moves excellent. Articulated tail and bendy, which is so cool. But yeah, Sauron is really rad. Big mouth, articulated jaw. And then he's got the awesome Hypno Eyes. This is probably the only accessory I'm going to bother showing because he didn't come with anything else. But yeah, it kind of just clips onto the... There we go. Onto the nose. But it does give you that eyes coming out of the eyes look. So let me see if I can get. Ooh. There we go. Hypno eyes, baby. So Sauron is great. And I know, like I said, it's a bummer for people that this has been, like maybe a coveted piece of their collection. But I got to own it, and other people got to own it for the first time. So, that's pretty rad. And then these two, they could have obviously benefited from Black Widow articulation, lower ab crunch, but they're serviceable. They're serviceable and cool as I kind of stand them up awkwardly. Serviceable and cool. My daughter loves both of them very much, so that's always a win in my book too. She loves Rogue. She knows what the X-Men are. Her favorite X-Men is Storm. She was playing. She's been playing a lot of the Lego Marvel game on my PlayStation. Mattel owes you two for that King guy. If I saw him, I've been looking. MBB, there is a King Grayskull, Eternia King something that also has, it's got the mug. Diggs Fix, toy makers all across Yimbo's likeness is confirmed. See, told you. Every line needs a Yimbo. I concur. Thank you, Wade. So that candle, I could get one. Can I get one company to make a Chewy? I'm with you, Chew. Pam, let's see. What's wrong with the beanie in San Diego? Fair enough. I should have brought my beanie. That's what I'm saying. See, people are here for it, Chew. We got this. I'll make some calls, Chew, or send a couple risky emails. Could be a thing. Shroomer, you can use the lizard. No way, homebody as a stand-in for Sauron. Just need wings and a head. Ooh, that is very, very true. That's another figure I still have to unbox. I still have that whole video or toy photography, getting all of those toys together. There's just a lot of stuff. Again, the stuff that it keeps coming. That's why I don't mind slowing down, missing some things so I can focus on some of these other fandoms. I have these ideas. But yeah, we did it, guys. So Savage Land, it's a cool set. It's a cool set. I just never want another. My one wish is that as soon as Hasbro gives us that next generation, it is very, very difficult. And I know they have to do it for financial purposes and planning waves, but I hope the message can be sent that once you get a Black Widow, the new update, that's it. Everything really does need to go on that now. Everything. And same thing with Max Spidey. It spoils all previous versions. So any new Spidey really doesn't need to be. And I get it. But that's my one wish. It's just a wish for all of us. But Black Widow bucks would have been great for these two. Just to get that little extra. You can get good stuff. I did get the Silver Surfer. Same deal, no lower ab, but she still moves pretty well for what you're given. So same deal. These two move well for what you're given. But again, there's always going to be the caveat because we've been spoiled and we know what their best work is. So 6 Sauron Ceiling Mount. Yes, he is. I got to figure something out. He's a pain in the ass. Because he's big and clunky and he's got the moving parts. So you're right. I got to get him displayed somewhere. Set it and forget it. And no pins. Yeah, this Sauron still had pins. Which, not the legs though. Not the legs, but the arms. Pins in a perfect world. Pinless in a perfect world. Pinless in a perfect world. But I'm not going to be upset about a couple of them here. And that's it. Yeah, don't want to see regression. Right. Especially if the price is the same. Wait to use the mold then, or you're sure changing us. We'll pay always for greatness. See? Couldn't have said better myself, dude. Yeah, all Spideys need to be on Max. Just now that I know Max Spidey exists, start giving me all the Daredevils. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but I like the newness. They're more fun. But yeah, so those are great. So guys, thank you. We did it. We went through. I think that was basically it. So we did it. We went through the haul. That was so much fun. And again, appreciate you guys as always for hanging out. This was very much just always needed. Again, that's my light flickering. Nothing wrong. Just a light bulb crapping out. But what a blast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for caring to go through all this stuff. Good luck for those of you still attempting to get any of these online exclusives. I know it is a pain in the ass, and I could easily be in that situation with you next year. So, but hopefully it just keeps getting better and a little bit easier, right? Because we just want to enjoy the things we want to enjoy. Just take my money. I would like to have this transaction. But I don't know if you guys can hear it. I am starting to lose my voice a little bit. So again, hasn't fully recovered yet. But tomorrow night, Toy Daddy's back with the TPC Top 10 over on the Toy Pick Community channel. Also, whatever other videos, again, daily shorts are still dropping with all of our SDC coverage. We have those couple longer booth tours on the way. And that's it. A lot of fun things. So this summer, it's whizzing by. August 3rd, son of a gun. But I hope you guys have been enjoying it. So this has been amazing. Wade Create saying it perfectly. Have a great week. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great week. Awesome hang. Yes, dude, always an awesome hang. TJ Williams, thank you so much, man. It was fun. It was a fun trip. And this was a fun night. So thank you guys. Let me know if you're catching the replay. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like button and let me know which of these exclusives you either got your hands on, you want, thoughts of them, all the other fun stuff, that you could do in comments. But all right, that's it. Yeah. Thanks, Frostbite. I know, going so quick. Oh, I know. Stay cool. Stay calm, all that good stuff. And let me just get that little I told you, I'm just using the lullaby for all the times as I tuck you guys in. So thank you so much. You are the best. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekends. Let's go catch the rest of SummerSlam and have a great start to your week. I'll see you tomorrow night. Toy Pick Community. Where's my little outro? Bye, guys. Peace. Love you.
Unite my toy collectors, photographers, and more. We had some fun tonight, but we're out of pictures to explore. We thank you for your time. It was nothing but sublime. Though it's time to go to bed, don't be filled with dread. Because next week we'll be right here. Your toy daddies will appear to bring you joy and laughter every night and here on after.